After Effects is about to get 1,000,000 times better. Long have I spent in the deep dark depths of After Effects, my eyes straining as I struggle to find the scale property amongst thousands upon thousands of other insignificant properties. Well, that is no more. I've recently discovered Adobe is bringing out the Properties panel for After Effects. About time, right? I got my hands on the beta version of After Effects. Nope, I am not special. Adobe didn't send it to me. You can try it out yourself by going to the beta apps section within the Creative Cloud app. I have spent some time exploring the panel to see exactly what it can, and maybe more importantly, what it can't do. Let's get into the video. So the first one is pretty obvious. You can adjust a layer's top level transform properties. You can move the anchor point, change the position. This includes being able to separate the properties, something I do all the time. Scale the scale, fiddle with the rotation, that was a weird word choice, make everything invisible because you don't want anyone to see your hideous creation, and well, that's everything at the moment. Say you have 500 million different shapes inside of a single layer. We've all been there. You're in luck. No more having to click 500 million drop down buttons just to get to the property you desire. Now you can select the exact shape you want right from within the properties panel. You get all the same properties as the layer transform and even more. You get access to the size properties, which means you can rescale shapes without rescaling the stroke width. Speaking of stroke width, you can choose the colors of both the fill and the stroke, including whether you want a solid color, a gradient, or nothing. They even included the eyedropper tool. Thank God. You even have access to the individual shapes transform properties, the thing that I often forget exists because it's hidden in the deep dark depths of hell. After Effects. Was the skew transform property always there? If so, I have never used it. I probably still won't, to be fair. If you have created a polygon, you can switch between a polygon or a star. You can change the number of points, the inner and outer radius. Yep, that's a thing. Did I mention the stopwatches? Every property has a stopwatch next to it, where you can add keyframes to your heart's content. Right click on any property and you can add a keyframe, move between keyframes, or accidentally delete your animation. And if for some reason you want to go back to the peasant ways of using the timeline, you can right click and reveal the property in the timeline. Or even easier, double click on the property. All jokes aside, the Properties panel does not completely replace having to go into the drop-down menu. Anything you add from the Add or Animate drop-down menus will not show up in the Properties panel. It only really includes the basic properties, no dashed or tapered strokes, no wavy strokes, and worst of all, no but caps. Text, image, and video layers don't include any properties other than the basic transform options, which isn't the end of the world as they don't really include much more than that in the first place. You can't rename the layer or layer contents from the properties panel. It also only says the shape properties for each shape too, instead of the name it has in the timeline, which makes it quite tricky to decipher which layer is which. Any effects you add onto a layer will not show up, also not the end of the world, as that is what the effects control panel is for. Before I shred the property panel to pieces, this is only a beta version at the moment, and I'm sure there will be plenty more updates to keep improving it. Please, Adobe! I am extremely excited about the official release of this feature. It is going to save a tremendous amount of time. Time I will never get back from my 5+ years of using it. Anyways, thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button if you think this new feature will change your life, and leave a comment down below to let me know what I missed. And as always, I will see you in the next video.